Hey guys! So most of you will probably remember this is my organ shop. Originally rented to work on organs, as you see the big pile of them over there. I share the organs with my friend Todd. Another guy rents this half to work on cars. Another guy rents that garage to store some cars and stuff. So it's a real cool space with a lot of cool stuff in it. I'm trying to gradually get all my fan stuff out of here. Gradually, so I don't create a bigger mess, but it's happening. And Todd and I are still working on organ stuff. And Metal Pete and I used to do fan videos here, but we haven't done any in a while. So here's an updated tour of the fans I've installed here. So these two are Union gold lines from, what, 79, I think? I can't remember anymore. They're the 1 amp ones, which are a little slower. And I pulled them out of an old Firestone that was being torn down. They were childhood fans, like the exact ones. So there's low. And we'll do... Is that going to stall out? This one's always been weird. Okay, well, that one's going to stall out in low, so we'll go to medium low. Or it could be the control is drifted, too. I don't remember anymore. There's a medium low for that one. Dayton Lasko low. And then this one, which I replaced the control. Low. Medium low. Okay. Let's go back over here. Medium high. Is that bearing noise? Oh, I heard some, now I don't. Yep. So, that one needs some TLC. Medium. Medium high. High. See if it goes away. If not, I'll have to get up there with some oil. I have to see if I even have any oil here, much less a ladder that can get up there. I took most of the stuff to the house. Okay. I'm going to do spin down via the breakers. I'm sure the Dayton Lasko will be last. I bet you that'll be first if the bearings are dry. So I love this fan choice for in here because it really does look like what a shop like this would have. And I made sure to install it that same way with the outlets and the hooks and the silver garage door stuff. I can't remember what it's called. Yep, knew that would be first. Poor thing. Didn't realize it'd be that much of a difference. By the way, I almost forgot about my antique half pipe over here. Wonder what that liquid is on there. Maybe water? So while we wait for that one to finish, I'll show you I got the little mini fan in here. I've oiled the bearings plenty and it still acts like it doesn't want to get up to speed. Where are we at over there? I've taken it apart and cleaned it, I've oiled it, I've WD-40'd it, I've done all kinds of things and it still wants to act lethargic. We're going to let it spin for a while and we'll come back to it later. So I'm going to turn those back on and let them run on high for a while. We'll see how that one does. Oh, that was both of those. Okay. Didn't realize those were on the same circuit. And then that one doesn't do anything. And there's that one. So here's the garage next door. So someone switched some of these to LED when I wasn't in here, which is pretty cool. Whoops, didn't mean to turn the fan on so quick. There's my 8-foot half pipes. No, it's high. Let's go to low. Low. Medium low. Medium low. Medium high. I think this is a 5, so we'll call that medium. medium high. High. These are both insanely powerful fans. Off. Off. And we'll try to get a shot for both. Oh, that's not going to be hard. So, the 60-inch brown leading edge is a childhood fan. There's a historic theater here in Madison called the Barrymore. It's been around like 100 years. And it's one of the few theaters I've ever been in that had fans, and they were specifically over the stage. And they had 2 of these over the stage. And then they replaced one with the stamped version, and then they replaced the second one with the stamped version. And I think those are still there to this day. Brown 60-inch stamped ones. I really badly wanted the old ones. And they said they would give them to me, but they never did. And so I'm going to turn that back to high. We'll have to give these fans a workout since they haven't had much of one in a while. And Crompton Greaves, surprisingly, were not a childhood fan of mine. They weren't something we saw around here. First time I saw them, they built a pet store that had the new Airmaster versions. I thought they were kind of cool, but they were obviously pretty cheap. And it wasn't until I saw the old versions on eBay that I was like, oh, these are actually really cool. Didn't realize how long of a spin down that one had. This one's got the unusual wide blades. Those are not very common. I didn't realize I was going to get as long of a spin down about this. In fact, I thought that one might have even been longer. I thought that had steel blades. Maybe it has aluminum blades. Okay, turn this back to high. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights off though. I'll come back out here and turn the fans off before I leave. We'll be able to hear the fans from upstairs too. See if we're doing any better in here. Still making bearing noise. And that's up to full speed at least. Or close to. I'll put something in an oil or WD-40 or something. Maybe I can use this. Okay. Let's see if the Freshie's still hooked up. Again, other people use the shop. Oh yeah. Got the counter on the back, just like the Dayton. I'm not going to stand here and watch that spin down. So here's why I'm doing an updated tour, because I switched to the little SMC there so I could try the other one in my kitchen. By the way, there's that. So while we're over here, low. Let's see here. Preheat startup down there at that end, and then the one over here. And then that preheat there. Okay. Come on. One of my all-time favorite fans. You notice this is a little different than the one in the garage. It's got a different button. It seems to go slower. I tested the cap. I'll test it again when I get a chance. Almost thought that was off, but nope. One thing K63s are good at is starting with a low torque. Medium. 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 Oh, there's a little ring fan here. Bearings are stiff. Medium high. Medium high. 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 You know, one could just compare the current draw of that to the current draw of the one in the garage. And that would tell you. Or maybe I'll remember to do that when I get home. Because it does seem slower. That's definitely the fastest. So I believe if I do this, then everything turns off at once. So, already talked a lot about which of these fans are childhood fans, but we'll talk again. So, SMC, the only Laguna variant that's a childhood fan, is, besides the little ones that they still sold at Menards when I was a kid, which were brown UFO motor, brown switch housing, 36-inch only. But there was a Dairy Queen in Janesville, Wisconsin that had 52-inch brass switch housing, beehive canopy, lower canopy, brown except for the switch housing and badges, over the cooler, just randomly on one side of the restaurant. I thought it was so cool. Oh, and there was the laundromat that still has one that had two at the time that I could see from the road, and I thought they were like a porcelain socket stuck on the bottom of an industrial. I didn't know what the switch housings were from the road. I saw the one at Dairy Queen before I actually saw those inside the laundromat. So I never saw this particular variant or really any SMC industrial variant as a kid until Home Depot started selling SMC industrials. So the Blenderfan with the new bearings lasts the longest. Not surprising, I guess. Blenderfans are huge childhood fans of mine. I talk about that a lot. Earliest known were probably my grandparents' church had the 3-blade ones, and so did a garden center called Johansson's. I've talked about that one in great detail. Earliest known 4-blade was probably a garage that my dad took our cars to. Tom's Hilldale Shell had a 36-inch 4-blade at the top of a peak ceiling, and then they had a Dayton Lasko off to one side of the peak ceiling, 56-inch. So it's a tiny little fan at the top, and then a bigger fan off to the side, and then they had a wood housing fan in the in the waiting area. But it was a fake wood housing. It wasn't real wood. It was like a sticker. So I'm trying to think of where I first saw the 52-inch Blenderfan like that. Farm and Fleet. I bet you it was Farm and Fleet. Because Farm and Fleet always had those in the garage, even when they had Comfort Breezes in the store. Okay. So this switch should do that. And this switch should do these. And that completes our tour. I hope you have enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time.